The things we forget to ask ourselves. You ever sit back and realize how fast life actually moves? Like one day you're just a kid in elementary school thinking about how long it's going to be before you're an adult, and then the next you're stressing over your job trying to figure out what you actually want to do with your life. It's pretty easy to get caught up in the matrix. The pressure from other people and the constant feeling of having to keep up with the world. But when was the last time you actually stopped and checked in with yourself? We go through life checking boxes, getting good grades, trying to find a decent job, make money, be responsible. But somewhere in the middle of all that, we forget to ask, am I fulfilled with my life? Am I going to look back on my life when I'm old and wish I made different choices? And maybe we don't ask ourselves these questions because we're scared of the answer. Maybe if we sit with it too long, we'll just realize we're not as happy as we should be, and then we'll have to do something about it. But the thing is, if you don't check in with yourself from time to time, life is just going to keep moving, and you're going to wake up one day wondering where all the time went. Now, I'm not going to lie to you and say I'm perfect. I know I could be doing a lot better with my life right now, but at the same time, I know I could also be doing a lot worse. And that's something you should always remind yourself when shit gets tough. This one hits when you actually think about it. A lot of us make choices based on what we think we're supposed to do. Maybe it's pressure from family, social media, or just the fear of looking like a failure when it seems like all the people around you seem like they're winning in life. But the truth is, no one else has to live with your life except you. It's literally just you. So if you're making most of your decisions based on what will make other people happy instead of what actually fulfills you, you're gonna feel stuck forever. I probably struggle with this one the most. How often do you go through your days on autopilot, scrolling through your phone, thinking about the next chore you have to do, rushing through moments without actually being in them? I have to remind myself that the past and future don't exist. Life is only happening right now, and if you're not present for it, then you're missing it. Just look around you, notice the smells, the sounds, how things feel. It's so simple, but it brings you peace. This one's tough. Grudges, regrets, past mistakes or traumas, expectations that aren't even yours. Carrying all that weight doesn't make life easier, it just makes it a lot harder. You don't have to hold on to things that are only making you feel worse. Sometimes the most freeing thing you can do is just let it go. And I know it's a lot easier said than done, but if you think about it, most people don't care who you were. They only care about who you are now. So why should you think any differently? If this was it, if there was no tomorrow, would you feel like you spent your time well? Would you have told the people you love how much they really meant to you? Would you have let that person know how you really felt about them? Would you have done things that actually mattered to you? We don't think about this stuff, but when we do, it puts everything into perspective. So if listening to this made you realize you're neglecting any of these questions, don't feel bad about it. I do it all the time. But the point isn't to be perfect. The point is to just make an effort and be more intentional. Life doesn't just happen to us. We get to create it. Just remember, you're the director and the main character of a movie, and you get to decide how it goes. I know that's cringy to say, but it's true. At the end of the day, you deserve a life that's good. Not just okay or bearable, but good. And if that means making some changes, taking a different path or finally choosing yourself, then maybe it's time to do just that.